friends, welcome to the Forged in the Barrens card reveal live stream. The name's Chris, and I'm a community manager here on the Hearthstone team. And folks, we've got a packed schedule today. We've got 41 cards coming at you. It's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be fun. But before we dive into that gameplay, wanted to quickly recap some of the things we've already announced for Forged in the Barrens, including the core set, if you haven't heard about that. But I also wanted to talk about some things we haven't announced yet. But of course, before we get into that, it would be wrong of me to not introduce our guests. So let's get to that. First up, we've got Hearthstone game designer Liv Breeden. Liv, how's it going?
Hey, it's great. I'm really excited to play some games. Team up with Regis, gonna fight off against Chieftain and hopefully win at least one game.
Yeah, you guys are gonna kick butt. I believe.
It's a lot of pressure.
I believe.
Pressure.
I believe. Well, of course, we've got to introduce the man, the myth, the beard, RegisKillbin. Everybody, how we doing, Regis?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm honored to be here, so thank you for having me, and I'm excited to see some new cards. 41's a lot.
Absolutely. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Well, while we're talking to you two, I'd love for you to recap Forged in the Barrens for the folks at home in the core set, these new keywords, mechanics, some of the cool things that they can expect on March 30th when it launches.
Yeah, before we jump into the set, let's talk about the core set, which is really awesome. Mm-hmm. It's the best time to come back to Hearthstone or start for the first time if you're brand new, because we've got 240 cards for the core set. It's a huge base collection for you to build a bunch of decks out of, and they're competitive cards. They're really exciting. They're the building blocks, and they're free. You just have to reach level 10 with a class to unlock it, and it's just like available to everyone. So this is one of the things I'm most excited about, is making Hearthstone more accessible to more people,
Yeah, that's incredible. And, it's going to totally change the game. All those staple classic legendaries we do and loved are going away. We're going to have to build decks in new and exciting ways. I'm pretty pumped. And then we also have exciting stuff for Forged in the Barrens, a ton of new keywords and mechanics like Frenzy.
Yeah, so Frenzy is we're going back to the homeland of the Horde, which is the Crossroads. It's this brutal place where you have to struggle and fight to survive. So Frenzy fits right in with orcs with their Berserker strength, or the trolls with their regeneration, or the Tauren that are just kind of beefy dudes. I mean, they're just yeah, it's about like getting hit and then coming back stronger. So that's what Frenzy is about. So Frenzy is a one-time trigger. It's kind of like Spell Burst, but instead of when you cast a spell, it's the first time a minion survives damage. And then it gets an effect. It can be big, it can be small. I think that's the coolest part about this sort of effect is cards we've seen in the past, like Samuro, are quite big. It can be a board clear, but you only get one shot at it, so make sure it's the right one.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out, and I can't believe you said Taurens are beefy, the cow characters. So I have to say also, Spell Schools. I'm so excited about Spell Schools. It's a totally new look at, cards we've known forever are going to get Spell Schools added, and then we got a ton of new ones and synergies for them as well.
Yeah, if we're looking at the core of Hearthstone and redoing the core and going back to the roots for Warcraft, it makes sense to reevaluate what the base of what Hearthstone is, and if there's anything we can add to it. Spell Schools are in that space where these are building blocks we can hook into in the future. So we have frost spells, we can have fire spells, and we have different decks that use those tags and make really interesting combos. And it's really interesting to think of what's a frost deck look like without Frost Nova, without Frostbolt. Those are huge staples for Mage, and they're rotated now. So what's the new world look like?
Oh, exciting! And then we also have ranked spells as well in the world of spells, and those I know feature all the mercenary characters doing nifty little things and getting stronger over time as well.
Yeah, when you're in World of Warcraft and you're level 16 and you go from rank 1 Fire Blast to rank 2 Fire Blast, it's just a better ability. You're really excited. You're scraping for all the money to try and save up for that. But that's what these are. So they're spells that are like summon a 3/2 imp, and then when you reach 5 mana, once you've leveled up a little bit, it summons 2 3/2 imps, and then when you reach 10 mana, it summons 3 of them. So it's that progression of leveling up and getting better. It's kind of like Omega, but there's a breakpoint halfway, which is really exciting. There's some other challenges with that, designing those, but it's really cool that these are cards that start just a little bit underpowered, but they're on rate by 5 mana, and then they're super strong for 10, especially for their mana cost. So I'm really excited to see those in play.
Yeah, there'll be some interesting strategic moments where you're on 4 mana. You kind of need to use it, but you also sort of want to wait till they get to 5 mana to get that upgraded version. And I fondly remember going to buy upgraded abilities and spells in the old days of World of Warcraft. So that's a really nostalgic journey. And then what about the mercenaries themselves? 10 incredible new characters. I'm really excited to see them in action.
You mentioned it earlier. They're in the card art for the rank up spells. These are 10 brand new characters. They're the legendaries in each class. But these are characters we're going to follow throughout the year. These are characters you might identify with if you played like a Forsaken Warlock or something like that. But yeah, we'll see them at level 16. In the future, they'll be like level 40 and then level 60. So we'll see them grow from like low level to being really awesome.
Interesting tease. I had theoried that, and it turns out it's going to be real. That's pretty exciting stuff. So I think that's it for all the new mechanics and keywords. But Chris, I'm sure we have a lot more in store, right?
He said there is so much stuff we have to talk about.
So many things. But I know you all are itching to see the 41 brand new cards, so we're going to get to that here just a moment. Liv and Regis, thanks for recapping all of the juicy stuff coming. But so speaking of juicy things, classic format. If you hadn't heard about this is something new that's coming to Hearthstone on March 25th, a couple days from now. That's actually when the patch is going to be launching. So there's some new info for you all. Classic format is Hearthstone when it was released in June of 2014. So if you miss playing Freeze Mage and then seeing Leroy a lot cheaper than he was when he rotated out, this is your chance to go back and play it as it was back in 2014. And again, that's launching with the patch on March 25th, along with some balance changes for Standard and Battlegrounds. And the thing that's going to be cool with Standard is we're actually unnerfing multiple of the cards that'll be rotating to Wild on March 30th when Fortune, the Barrens, and the Core set go live. So it's going to be kind of a crazy, wacky time for about 5 days with just a whole bunch of changes, and we'll see where the meta shakes up. So I'm sure Regis and folks like himself have a lot of content to pump out.
We did this just for Regis, in fact,
Right. Yeah, I thought you were going to say I was going to like shake up the meta and make some awesome deck.
Now you have to.
I mean, with that beard, of course, of course. But and we're also going to be launching patch notes today. So around 11 a.m., we're going to be launching those, and it's like 3,000 words. So it's hefty. There's a lot of stuff coming. Diamond cards, reward track updates, tons of stuff. So again, 11 a.m., tune in for those. And last but not least, before we get to the gameplay, let's talk about our pre-launch party. We did this for the first time ever in Madness at the Dark Moon Fair. We're bringing that back this time, and we're super excited. You all seem to love it, and we're excited to bring that back. It's going to be kicking off tomorrow with Theory Crafting live streams, which will actually feature Regis. We have a ton of Mega Bundle giveaways. There's like 500 plus Mega Bundle giveaways that you could score yourself. So that's pretty cool. Twitch gifted subs to your favorite content creator channels. And actually starting today, right after this live stream, like last time, we're going to be doing a Decklist submission contest. The way this will work is that you head to your favorite content creator channel who's participating in Theory Crafting, and they're going to be holding a Decklist contest specifically for them. So if you win, you'll get to see your deck played live during Theory Crafting, and you'll win a Mega Bundle code. Pretty cool. Free things are great. So again, lots of stuff coming your way, but we've got gameplay to hit. Let's do it. Liv and Regis, we're going to take it away. I know Chalky is waiting to demolish Regis. I mean, for Regis to demolish Chalky. So let's get into it, Liv and Regis. I'll see you at the end of the stream. So.
Yeah, you didn't have to frame it that way, but I think you're probably right.
So our first deck is Elemental Murlocs, but most importantly, a question mark. Do they go together?
Yeah, I do have to ask, what is an Elemental Murloc? I don't know if that's one thing or two separate things.
So I think we're going to play aggressive, but also a little mid-rangey. That's my guess going into this one. So
yeah, sure. I haven't seen the deck list, so this is sure enough an
Elemental. We got a bunch of new cards
and 3 new cards. So I'm gonna hang here and let's run through these real quick.
Get out of here, Serpent Shrine. We've seen you.
You're not new. Kindling Elemental, 1 mana, 1/2 Elemental battle cry. Next Elemental you play costs 1 less. So a cheap way to like kick off an elemental chain early in the game, it feels like.
Yeah, and it's not just this turn. So you can play this on turn 1.
Oh, sure.
And then we can keep our Earth Revenant and play that on turn 3.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, and then this is a 2/6 Taunt Elemental. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. That's intriguing in a Frenzy world. Generally good, but may proc some Frenzy. I'm curious about that. Yep. And then South Coast Chieftain. If you control another Murloc, deal 2 damage, and that's a 3/2.
which is great. It's like vanilla stats, but also upside. And then no fins can stop us. We've seen it before, but it is new to Barrens, and we have a new coin.
Oh, fancy new coin. Yeah, I like it. I love the new cosmetic coins. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. Just pushing out 2 damage. Man, little SI7 agent there. If you got a Murloc, but even cheaper.
Is the one on the right also a new card, right?
Yeah, Lush Water Mercenary, but spelled like Murloc. Yeah. I see. So 2 mana 3/2. You control Murloc, gain +1/+1. So neutral Murloc and Shaman Murloc coming in here. But
so getting something on turn 1 with Murlocs is really important for both of these cards. But unfortunately, we're playing Murlocs and Elementals ?
Right. Yeah, but we're going to be able to coin out this Earth Revenant, maybe take out this tour guide if we need to. So, yeah, no turn 1 Murloc. I feel like the split half of this deck here, Elementals and Murlocs, is coming back to bite us a little, but hopefully we can swing. Hey, new card.
Caravan.
Yeah. Let's see. 2 mana 1/3 at the start of your turn. Summon a 1-cost minion from your deck. Okay, so interesting payoff. It's start of your turn, not end of your turn. That's interesting.
Yeah, so there's a small cycle of caravans throughout the set, which are they're cards where you're like, we need to set up a trade route, and then if you can keep it alive, if it survives to the next turn, it'll help keep that trade route going. But yeah, let's knock that down.
Yeah, it's not gonna die this turn, I guess, but yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of flavorful, right? Like you're waiting on the caravan to arrive by a turn.
You can send it out like you're taking the Oregon Trail, but you might end up in Donner Pass, and it's bad. Let's not do that.
Things go south. So yeah, this appears to be some kind of zoo-ish style deck here that Chalky's playing. But this 2/6 on 3 feels really strong already. That's pretty nice.
Plus, not just the 2/6 with Taunt, but also the 1 damage to all enemies.
Right. Pretty nice effect. We don't have a great curve. We haven't talked about Flurgle yet. He's already been revealed, of course, but this is pretty crazy. It's like Altruist, but Murloc version. Seems like it's going to be really swingy.
All right. Sunwell Initiate is also a new card. Holy cow, we're going through 41 cards so fast.
Oh my gosh. It's like every card's new. So let's go in order. Sunwell Initiate, a 3 mana 3/4 Frenzy, gain Divine Shield. So that's super annoying to deal with because it's like if you don't hit it in one fell swoop, it's going to get Divine Shield to be really sticky.
And playing on curve, 4 health is actually like kind of hard to kill in one shot on turn 3. So
as we're gonna find out. And then this is Arid Stormer, a 3 mana 2/5 elemental. Battlecry, if you played an elemental last turn, gained Rush and Wind Fury. So kind of like a little Crab Rider, but elemental version. And I mean, I think this is our best play on curve here, but this is annoying. I guess we maybe just leave this for now. I don't want to proc the Frenzy. So we can probably tidy this up. Maybe sack the 1/1 to preserve some health here on our Taunt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Works for me. This is cool. I like the artwork on this card a lot too. Very colorful and just dude looks huge. It's a buff.
Elementals are always really funny to look at the art because you see the full art and there's like some tiny dude in the foreground. You're like, this guy's a 2/5. Come on.
Yeah, like Glacial Shard, I think, is the most extreme example of that. Glacial Shard's like a 2/1, and it's like the size of a mountain.
Very fragile. Those ice elementals.
I just realized with our 1-drop, I've forgotten the name already, but the 1-drop elemental, this could have been played on 2
Turn
as
2.
well.
So 2/5 with Rush and Wind Fury.
Rush and Wind Fury, and here is another new card. We are hitting all the cards right on the top. I don't know how many are in here, but Cabal Outfitter, 3 mana 3/3 Battlecry and Death Rattle give another random friendly minion +1/+1. So like a board builder for zoo decks, essentially. Here it looks like. It's kind of nuts.
And it's really cool with things like Nerubian Egg is in standard now. So this is like a thing that just curves into Nerubian Egg.
And we've seen like some self-sacrifice minions or cards as well, like killing off your own minions to pull off cool effects. So that kind of makes sense in an egg deck all coming together.
So we've
nicely.
We've got a neat play with Flurgle right now.
Flurgle into Chieftain, perhaps?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm pinging. I got to think about that, but we also
because Flurgle's going to be after, so it won't tick the 1 damage on the Divine Shield.
Oh, I need to ping. Well, I'm getting a little lag here. I'm sorry. I need to ping the 3/3 in that case, but it's gonna buff if I do because of the death rattle. But Flurgle's after, so we don't want to ping the Divine Shield off certainly.
Right. We're gonna get maximum damage.
And then we can go face and just trade this in.
Yeah.
Let's just clean up the board against you. Protect Flurgle. He's our hard carry right now. I love the artwork on this, by the way. The little Murloc in the back, it's so cute, just kind of looking on.
Yeah.
Little yellow Murloc. And then flavor question, is Firemancer Flurgle the same as Fungal Flurgle or a different character?
This is the same one, but before he got into mushrooms, it was fire.
Mushrooms will do that to you. So they're not like cousins. I thought maybe they were cousins.
No, same one. Murlocs don't have. I don't think they're that closely tied to each other. But
I didn't know if Flurgle was a surname or a first name.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There's a long line of Flurgles.
Oh, a new caravan. Oh my god, this has got to be the cutest card ever printed in Hearthstone. Yeah. Tiny Finn's Caravan. A 2-mana 1/3 at the start of your turn. Draw a Murloc. Okay, so refueling a little bit. Seems to me like we want to go Lush Water into no Finn, right?
That seems like a great play,
Crazy board. Okay. And this giving +2/+2 while also dealing a little damage there with Flurgle. And then do you want to go face or do you want to trade down more?
I mean, it's up to you. We can see more cards if we trade, but we can threaten lethal as well.
Listen, that's all I needed to hear. Let's keep the health on these a little high. Kill that last, of course, for that death rattle. Man, if I actually beat Chalky, this would be like a heroic moment for me. This would be like my top Hearthstone achievement.
I mean, he did make the deck, but
yeah, he's really cheating. So this is another caravan, and it's drawing a Murloc. It's a little bit more resource oriented than board oriented. Are we going to see Murloc shift a little more like mid game, or is it still going to be all in on aggro? And this is just kind of a potential reload.
I mean, even between Flurgle or the South Coast Chieftain or the Mercenary, they're all about keeping that chain of Murlocs up. But it is like a lot of board control too, where it's like the DLT damage. You can point it at face, but it's probably better to like get control of the board with that sort of thing.
Right.
However, this Broom is going to mess us up.
Yeah, and that was a new card, by the way. Hecklefang Hyena, 2-mana 2/4, deal 3 damage to your hero. So sort of a Flame Imp plus here.
But it's in neutral, which is great.
Oh, yeah, so maybe even like Hunter could use this too. They're sacrificing some health to get a beast.
Or if you need some board presence with Priest, maybe. You're going to heal anyway, so.
Right. So this turns a little clunky. We could clear the board with
Lush
Lush
Water
Water
Scout is new. So.
Oh, it is new. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
2-mana 1/3. After you summon a Murloc, give it +1 attack and rush. Okay, so another kind of board-centric Murloc here, letting us trade with rush. That's interesting. I think we just got a Serpent Shrine here.
But what if we roll a Murloc? Don't you want to put down the Scout?
Well, sure. Sure, just in case. Order. Yeah, you're smart. You're good, I can tell. All right. Man, we could almost go face. Like, part of me wants to go face. But I think that's probably just too scary. Okay. Ooh, fancy.
No Murloc,
yeah.
But pretty good, especially against Warlocks.
Yeah. So we did see Murloc War Leader rotate out of core set, I think, which is pretty interesting for how we envision Murlocs. What was the design thought behind getting rid of War Leader and then bringing in some more Murlocs?
Yeah, I mean, War Leader is kind of like Savage Roar on some level, right? Where it's like this big burst of power and then you kill someone. But if we take that out, we can put more power pieces into the rest of the Murlocs, right?
Right. Yeah, that's cool. And then Nofin is like a follow-up, is kind of like a War Leader replacement. And we beat Chalky, by the way.
We did it, but we didn't set up our caravan, so the Murlocs still need to... jumping into all of the cards, the brand new cards that we haven't seen, let's talk about Lillypad Lurker.
Oh, we missed Lillypad Lurker, a 5-mana 4/5 battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, transform an enemy minion into a 0/1 frog with taunt. So basically Hex on a stick. That seems pretty powerful, actually. Yeah.
It's super good. Like, as long as you keep that elemental chain going, you get that Rush and Wind Fury. And then if you have like a discount or something like that, you can go into Lillypad Lurker or Earth Revenant. So you can do Arid Stormer, Earth Revenant, Lillypad Lurker. And it just creates that momentum to keep going forward.
Yeah, basically a 1-mana 4/5 attached to that Hex. That's cool. And then we did see like Menacing Nimbus, I think, come back too for the core set, if I remember right. So a lot of little elemental things coming. Is it going to be enough for a deck yet, or are we going to have to fuse in the Murlocs?
Yeah, the Murlocs are essential. What are you doing thinking cutting Murlocs?
And then, we didn't see Spawn Pool Forager either here, did we?
So that's probably the dream for the turn 1, right?
Yeah, it's a little possessed villager, but it's Murlocs instead. And is the Tiny Fin that you summon off this Death Rattle, is it the same as the 0 mana Tiny Fin?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be new.
I did rotate back in on core set though, so it is in the pool. I think we do have 0 mana Tiny Fin. So
I'll just have to keep that as a mystery. You know, we'll have to figure that one out.
Everybody tune in, yeah. And then let's see, anything else here that wasn't new, but we can still talk about some of these. I'm just stunned by Arid Stormer. That seems like such a crazy, powerful play. We've already seen Crab Rider show up as a good card, and this is like Crab Rider plus.
This is really good, and it's like a power piece to help that elemental deck get off the ground. But you really do have to be consistent, right? Because if you're just playing 3 mana 2/5 on curve, I mean, you have to have enough elementals to take use of it. So we've got a QR code before we move on. We've got a QR code. If you want to play that deck, you can scan that. It'll take you to the webpage. It'll fill in the deck list. However, we haven't revealed all the cards, so those deck lists are going to be inactive until the end of the stream, I believe. So you can scan it. It'll take you to the webpage, but it won't be complete because we don't want to release all the cards before we're ready to show them all off.
Yeah, so scan your QR codes. Got some cool ready-made chalky decks you can play.
The Murloc
my decks. Trust the chalky decks.
And then, of course, let's take a look at Warlock. Make sure that we got all those cards. We got the Caravan, which is like a little bit of a camel, but it's only your turn or your deck, which is really good.
Yeah, so every class is not getting a Caravan, or only some select classes are going to get one?
Only some of them. It's a small cycle. Not everyone gets a Caravan, but there's a couple classes. Well, I'm not sure if we have any others today. There is one more, I think.
Ooh.
So we'll get to see one more.
Nice. Yeah, I like this design. At first, I looked at it and was like, oh, start a turn. Like, that seems like it's never going to go off. But then, literally, in this game, we saw it go off. I didn't have the answer that early in the game to deal with it. And I was thinking about, cards like Mana Tide Totem lives for a few turns. Like, of course, it's end of turn. But these 3 health minions can kind of linger and stick and start to stack up over time. So I'm curious to see if that's worth it. I'm still worried about that start of turn trigger, but
it's super tricky. But if you can protect it, it pays out pretty big. So
yeah, that's cool.
And
I'm curious
pretty big
what the other ones
being a 1-cost minion, but still, it's pretty big.
Well, yeah, drawing a Murloc is a pretty good deal. Getting a core piece for your build, and then that Sunwell Initiate was tricky. That is a kind of sneaky good card, I bet, for a neutral card in particular. I could see that popping into some decks.
It's not immediate threat, but it is like really frustrating to deal with.
Yeah. It's like could go 3 for 1 pretty easily. I feel like it's really, really awkward. And then Hecklefang Hyena, not something you'd expect in a Zoo deck right off the bat, but makes a ton of sense with Dark Lair. Another proc on the Dark Lair activator, and just a solid body as well there for 2 mana. So shockingly good fit. Okay,
So that's all that. Before Twitch gets any more mad at us and wants to see more cards, let's jump into the next game.
Oh, trust me, Twitch has been mad at me plenty. So this is a mage deck, and I missed the name. Do you remember the name?
Refreshing, or
something about H2O. I think it was
H2O.
a Waterboy reference, maybe something like that. Ooh, a new portrait.
Oh, it's Rokara. So we're playing against Warrior, but there's a Rokara skin.
That looks really cool.
All right, so Oasis Ally
new
is
cards.
New.
Yeah, new secret. When a friendly minion is attacked, summon a 3/6 water elemental. Wow, okay. Good old water Ellie coming in for 3 mana. And we haven't really had a lot of minion attack secrets for mage, I guess, have we? Or any, maybe?
No. But we've got a bunch of elementals in this set. So like this also kind of helps, not for playing elementals, but for that vibe.
Yeah, and then Arcane Luminary here, a 3 mana 4/3. Cards that didn't start in your deck cost 2 less, but not less than 1. So kind of a Sorcerer's Apprentice with a condition and limited. But I'm thinking of Evocation actually sounds kind of crazy with Arcane Luminary, right?
Yeah,
Pop off
you play
on an
that,
evocation
you get a
turn.
whole hand of reduced cost cards, makes that easier to play.
Yeah, I like that you capped it so they don't go down to 0. That feels pretty good.
Yeah,
Like
we really
a new
like
take on
creating
a
math
premise.
problems, you know.
That's not good for me. I'm already bad enough. I don't need more math problems. I have to say, the thing I like about Oasis Ally is I feel like it's going to be really good against weapon attacks, where it's like they think they're going to be able to clear a minion like really easily with their weapon, and then they're accidentally going to trigger this, and then you're going to be able to lock down their face. Yeah. That seems great. Let's save that coin. We can discount it by 2.
It's interesting. Oasis Ally went through some design changes, so we really liked summoning that water elemental. But the original design was that like when your hero is attacked, intercept it with the water elemental, and that was really good. But we've got the combo now.
Yeah, we do indeed. Do you think we need a coin? Let's just play in Solarian.
Yeah.
I want to get to this sooner. Maybe save coin for it.
Well, we got to get to at least 5 mana to be able to
right.
take use of it. So.
Well, yeah, really even more than that because it's going to cost 1, right?
Yeah.
So, well, with coin, I guess, yeah, 5 mana, yeah.
All of our spells are going to be 0 mana. Don't worry.
All right. So this Rancor portrait's really cool. Mm-hmm. Are we going to see, you tease like the mercenaries going to be like leveling up? I guess that means probably their looks are going to change pretty dramatically over time as well.
Yeah. So not only from set to set, but I think we have some that like you'll see their progression throughout the Barrens even, and there's something really interesting there.
This is Talented Arcanist, a 2 mana 1/3 battlecry. Your next spell this turn has spell damage +2. So that's pretty nifty. Let's just ping this off. We're taking this game slow, I've decided. Both literally and figuratively, probably. I think I play too slow for some people's taste.
Nah, let's talk about
okay.
Talented Arcanist.
Yeah,
like that's
this
really
is cool.
good. That's really good with Shooting Star. It's a deal 3/3 minions for 4.
Oh
for
yeah,
3
you're
mana.
right. That's actually insane. And then like Cram Session 2, of course, staple spell damage synergy card for Mage. It's nice because you basically get to pump in extra spell damage without like making it crazy overpowered over time. It's kind of a cap on.
It's only 1 spell, so you don't have to figure out like how do I protect this to get maximum value. It's like I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to spend 2 mana to juice up 1 spell.
Yeah, I like that design. I like both of these cards have kind of checks built into their power level so they don't go absolutely crazy. That's good stuff. I'm excited to see that. So Chalky's really thinking about this discover option.
I think he's letting us talk.
Oh,
but it could be that Corsair Cache. Is it really the best one? So here's our water that we
yeah, look at this. Refreshing Spring Water, 4 mana, draw 2 cards, refresh two mana crystals for each spell drawn. So this is free.
It can be, yes. But if you remember World of Warcraft and you spent all your mana and you have to sit down and drink
1.
Hey, we got it.
We nailed it. All right, let's get this secret rolling. I need to actually start emptying my hand to some extent to play for this evocation. But yeah, sorry.
No problem. I understand. It's way better to be hyped about hitting the 2 cards. But yeah, you sit down, you refresh, you just drink water. You've got refreshing spring water.
Yeah.
You probably picked up like 8 of them from Quilboar that are, yeah. That
this
might
is one
be
of our
card?
OG. No, I think he got
that's
revealed
right. That's core. That's
very
core.
early. It's been a while. Overlord Runback, just a reminder in case you haven't seen him. Rush, whenever this attacks, is +1/+1 to all minions in your hand. So a little bit of hand buff if we let this thing go off. We
have another new card on the right side.
Oh, we did draw one. Ruined Orb, deal 2 damage and discover a spell. Oh,
right.
Okay,
So now that Frostbolt is no longer in the 2 mana slot, we can put more damage stuff. But we can change it a little bit.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, that's cool. I like Ruined Orb. I feel like we really need to kill this. Should I open with the Talented Arcanist here to juice this up a little bit?
Yeah, seems great.
Oh, I don't have a lot of mana left though. Oh no. Uh-oh. I don't know if
okay.
this plan's good.
It's okay. We've committed.
I can coin double Shooting Star, I guess. Oh, whoa! Wildfire. A new card. 2 mana. Increase the damage of your hero power by 1.
And that's forever.
Hold up, I gotta think about this. I'm gonna.
Don't think about
go
it. Just what are you doing?
I'm gonna go
Wildfire.
ahead and do this, and it's a big commitment. But anyway, oh my gosh! So we saw Mordresh Fire Eye, which requires you to deal 10 damage with your hero power.
This makes it easier. A lot easier.
Needless to say, and then there was the 4-drop also that fires your hero power at all enemies. I can't remember the name. Forgive me. Oh wait, new card on screen by the way. That just seems like it's gonna make Mordresh so good and exciting. I'm beyond pumped right now. That's like my favorite card I've seen of the set. So Wildfire has me losing my mind a little bit. This is
all right. Let's talk about Stonewall Anchorman.
Yeah. Okay. Stonewall Anchorman. 5 mana, 4/5 pirate with rush and frenzy. Draw a card. Okay.
So you can, since this has rush, you can line it up. You can get the best trade. And managed, like, you're getting that frenzy, you're going to get that card draw.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like frenzy with rush was like a perfect fit. It seemed like such a good natural match for those. I guess. Do we take this bad trade? You want to Wildfire ping and
it's
trade?
Not about me. You're in control.
Oh come on! I need your out. I need constant validation.
Yeah, sure. Let's take it.
And advice. So dealing 2 here. It seems like we have some spell damage in the deck, so maybe we hold the cramp session. I don't have a lot of plays,
let's hold on to it.
I don't have a lot of plays. So that was Stonewall Anchorman.
Yeah. It's his voice line is particularly funny too, because he says breaking story like he's an news anchor.
Like he's an anchor man.
But he's got an anchor.
It works 60% of the time every time. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, and I think we've got a new card.
The card looks like me, by the way.
We got a new card on the opponent's side.
Ooh, Outrider's Axe. 4 mana, 3/3. After hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. Ooh, wow. 3 card draws in 1.
This card is so strong. I remember in initial design, we're playing with it, and we had it as a 3/2, and we're like, this is a pretty good card. And final design is like, no. Let's juice this up to a 3/3. It's so good. It is so good.
Yeah, and I'm just playing right into it, by the way. Stuffing a ton of 3-health minions, but that's kind of the point, right?
Did you just
really?
not draw anything?
Oh, man.
I guess we just
only
really
have
wanted
Oasis
to get Oasis Ally.
Oh, man. Sad. That's cool. And, of course, we have that the 5-drop Morshawn Elite. Sounds like the name. Is that right?
The one that summons
a copy.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a natural on-curve fit, too. You play this on 4 and then Morshawn on 5. And you got yourself a nice little weapon.
Let's see if that's what... Oh, well, they've got Kargath, so...
And we don't have
We need something.
It might be time.
I think it's... Oh, new card, Fireball, but with the fire tag. It's like it's a new card.
It really. Who could have guessed that Fireball was going to be in the fire spell school?
We did it.
I'm really surprised. All right, let's try to blow this up. Let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a ton of mana left, but it's all going to be cheap. So.
All right. Well, we got Kona Cold, which is pretty good. Got another.
Maybe we could open here and see what we find. But sure. Kona Cold's definitely at least a stall on that. Conjure Mana Abyss. It's going to be
cheaper. So we get
cheaper. Do we have hand size for this? Not exactly. Let's go ahead and freeze this maybe. And then do this, and then that just didn't really gain me much, did it? 1 mana is all I gained.
We did it.
Did that just gain me only 1 mana or 0? I'm trying to remember what exactly there.
I think we got 1 mana out of it.
Did I net 1?
We're good. Yeah.
Let's want the first and then probably
sure.
Counterspell.
We got choices.
Combustion's going to be 1.
You can get Mana Biscuit if you're fast.
Oh god! Oh, that's the one thing I'm not.
We did it. Now we're back to 2.
Oh my gosh! Yes. I made the plays.
We did it.
I don't think it was perfect, probably, but I did something at least. That's a goal. Okay, so this guy's a 4/3/2 left behind on board, which is pretty nice, really.
Yeah, he's a little beefy.
I don't feel like that was a crazy blow up turn, but it was still, pretty solid, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we got a freeze, which is really big.
Yeah. And we lost Frost Nova and Blizzard, I think, too, right? Blizzard, I think, is not in the core set. Is that right? But we gained the new mage Mercenary.
Yep.
Is it
Dawn Grasp? Yeah, Varden Dawn Grasp. So they They freeze the board or deal, I think it's 3 or 4.
I believe it's 4,
if it's already frozen. So that's a really good card. That's really good, especially with Cone of Cold, because a lot of the time you don't really need like freeze the whole board. You just need to freeze like 3 of them, and then Varden can come in and clean them all up.
Right, and I don't know if they're in this deck, but I hope we get to see them. I don't know. I haven't seen the deck list. Oh, whoa! What is this? The Whirling Combatant. 4 mana, 2/6 Battlecry Frenzy, deal 1 damage to all other minions.
So you get to set off a Frenzy turn, but then you also get to Frenzy and set off more after the fact, or you can do it as a board clear. That's like a really versatile card for a warrior that's just right in their wheelhouse.
Yeah,
we're looking a little bit in danger right now.
Yeah, needless to say, I feel like I don't have anything to do.
So we know there's
probably
no
have to kill this, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we can go from there.
Sure.
We
can draw some cards with Lab Partner and Creme Session.
Oh, sure. Let's do that. We don't have a lot of mana left, but that could fix some problems.
We've got our get out of jail free card.
Yeah, let's maybe just it's like we could ping this and it's gonna deal damage. So I get like more net damage that way, but it doesn't really seem worth it at the moment. Let's just ping this and hope for the best. I don't know. Maybe ping face is better, but it's fine. We're just playing into this weapon. You can see how often 3 health lines up perfectly for this thing.
It's busted. So if it is too strong, it's not our fault. It's Final Design's fault. They said it was good. So
it's basically Chalky's fault. You're telling us?
Yeah. He made sure that it was in his deck this time. So
yeah. Did I make a mistake? Did he make a mistake?
I mean,
who knows?
I don't know.
I'm not seeing it if I did, but that happens all the time. So, okay. Still feeling like we're not winning.
Keeping it at a 3/3. Gosh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
So his hand is quite full.
Yeah, he's got more cards in deck than us, more cards in hand than us, and
they're hand buffed, and he's got a weapon. So we're struggling. Yeah. Here.
Is it time to rip the Solarian already, or
I love playing random cards, so I like the Solarian play, but there might be a better one.
Let's go.
All right,
let's go. Forget it. I don't care. We haven't seen a new card in a while, so maybe this will give us something random.
Sweet, 2 new secrets and another Wildfire.
Wildfire! Yes. Oh my! Oh,
and we cleared it without taking the Frenzy.
It didn't frenzy.
And we refresh some mana. Oh yeah.
Oh wow, we have 5 mana.
So are we lucky enough to refreshing water again? What are you feeling? How lucky are we?
We're gonna try. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But a new card. So it's
new card.
Rhyme Tongue, 3 mana, 3/4. After you cast a frost spell, summon a 1/1 elemental that freezes. Oh, okay.
So we need some frost spells to make advantage of that. But our that deals a lot of damage now, so we can. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, whatever. I wish I'd not pinged it earlier.
Let's get another Solarian
again.
Yeah,
sure.
Let's keep that going.
Deal. How big is this hand gonna get from this Overlord run tech, though? Oh boy.
Maybe it's Runt Hack. Have you ever?
Oh,
maybe.
We'll
never know. No, probably not.
Listen, card pronunciations are like one of my biggest pain points because we don't get guides on how to pronounce stuff.
Yeah.
You guys know everything. So
I'll admit something. Are you familiar with Garona in Warcraft lore?
Yeah, of course.
Her last name is Half Orcan, but for the longest time,
orc.
Yeah, she's half orc, so it makes so much sense. But I thought it was Halforsen, and I feel like such an idiot for thinking that for like 5 years. Like Garona Halforsen.
Yeah, I say archivist, and a lot of people say archivist.
At least it's not archivist. Archivist.
Archivist, yeah. That's all. Well,
we've got a new card that Chalky is. I think we've got a new card on our side. That's in the core set.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. We've seen this one, but Oh, also another new card there just popped up. This guy's cool though. The Outrider. It's just a nice rush body. It feels like.
It's just good.
It just takes great trades. And then Chalky just played Rancor. 4 mana spell, deal 2 damage to all minions and gain 2 armor for each destroyed. Wow.
Yeah. This one is pretty good against swarmy decks. So like Murloc decks are this is really good against if you need to like clear the board, get a bunch of health back. It's quite good. All right.
Yeah, it feels kind of like a consecration or something. You know, obviously it's both sides of the board, but a lot of armor gain potentially.
Yeah,
and I guess you could also use it to kill your own stuff if you had to, like out of desperation, just to get some armor, some life gain out of it.
Yeah. Like it's almost like a reverse Reckless Flurry, where instead of breaking your armor to deal a bunch of damage, you deal a bunch of damage and then get a bunch of armor. So, I think I know which one I want. We play the mine. Oh, what are you doing?
This is like the worst rolls. Do I overcommit the board? I don't know. Kind of want to ping and develop just another body here. Let's just do this. We can toss this in.
Sure.
We spell damage later, but we want this Alarian as soon as possible, right? What is this roll on stream?
Yeah, we did it. We did according to the BlizzCon stream. The 1/1 Blood Herald is like number 2 for the best drop out of Jandis.
Well, you know, if it only is buffed live on board, maybe. Okay, bear off and do another.
Blade Storm. That's a good.
I thought it was gonna be Rancor. Oh, bear off Rancor is a sick combo. It just occurred to me. Wow, clear their board and gain a ton of armor.
And now he's just gonna hit us in the face instead of draw cards.
That feels like true Chalky style, I feel like.
All right, so we can clear that.
This is a frost spell as well?
It is a frost spell, so we can get that working with Rhyme Tongue, and we can start slowing him down.
Freeze out that weapon, maybe.
Right. And if not, he has to dedicate resources to dealing with it.
Oh, look how cute it is. The Frosted Elemental. Oh, that's really cute. What is that behind him in the artwork? I can't quite tell.
I think it's just rocks. But
just rocks. Okay.
Could be something else.
Cute. I like this. This is a nice looking card. Like the art's really cool.
Yeah, it's this well, that was nice.
We tried. We did our best. That's all you can ask for. We're about out of cards, by the way.
We are. I feel like the decks were stacked against us.
Yeah. He gave us the first one just to like lure us into a sense of security, you know? And then he's just gonna crush us.
Psych. We've got second Solarian.
It's too early, but I don't care. Like, yeah, there should be more stuff on board, but I don't care. I'm just gonna go. Oh, Cram Sessions. The volume is pretty good, maybe. We saw Samuro for a brief moment. I feel like I don't know this guy, but...
Okay, so we can look in the history to see if there's new cards there too.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What was that guy? I can't quite.
Samuro. There's also the Blood Bristleback, which is a Warlock.
Oh, that's a new.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw that one, and then that guy's a core card.
Yeah, he's
too,
a core card.
Right? Yeah.
Old cards. Okay. We don't want to see those anymore.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Forget those. Well, we froze a Tiny Fin at least. That's that's something. Ring Toss feels like value. So was that Tiny Fin off of the new Murloc? No, it's just a Tiny Fin devolved.
Devolved. Yeah, I think it might be the only 0 mana minion now, so it might just get stuck.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's good for us.
New core. Oh, he dreamed Solarian Prime for us. That's sick.
And the dream cards are different now too, because you get them all added to your hand. However, we are in a little bit of trouble.
I got to go face in Solarian. I got no choices here. Let's do it.
Sure.
We got to figure out something. Any shuffle in our deck cards left
Deep
out
Freeze
there?
is pretty good. You should have traded.
Yeah, but I knew there was going to be a Kona Gold. See, just
here's the second one. Nice.
Wow.
We did it. Oh shit.
No, not rigged fair game.
we don't want to rigged fair game this.
New card Flurry, by the way. We've seen it, but still pretty cool to see again.
So despite not having Frost Nova, we have frozen quite a lot. Okay, we got the obvious pick. We're good.
So many Solarian Primes. Still stealing the show.
Oh! Diamond Samuro. And it's buffed. Oh no. I thought we were gonna win this, but no. We need him to hit us in the face so we don't draw 3 cards.
Wow.
Oh no.
The freeze actually hurt us. Oh my gosh. That diamond card looks sick. Also, this is a new card, Taraho Grave.
Yeah.
6 mana, 4/8 frenzy, destroy a random enemy minion.
Yeah, it's pretty good, especially if you have something that can do 1 damage to it immediately. So if you have the Og Merchants from the previous...
sure.
I think we could pick Rigged Fair Game to just make sure we die.
Well, we also can ping ourselves using the
true.
the hero power buff. I think it's over. I don't think we could maybe try to do this.
You could Solarian ping it and then hope
he just lets us play it for fun, right? Like he just lets us be him, basically.
That's not it. There's no chance that's going to happen. But we can also ring toss to maybe get something.
He plays a taunt, and
if he casts a spell, we get a taunt. Yeah, those are the 2 to save us.
Yeah. Okay. We got 1 chance. Let us do this, Chalky.
Right.
No, that was guaranteed.
Dang.
I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That we knew.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about the new series. You do know what cards they're gonna have. Like
Yep.
you can account for it. So
Yeah. And I forgot entirely that he had those things. So.
Yeah, me too. It's distracted, but it's like it's kind of strategic on both sides because you know and they know, so it's like a back and forth. So let's take a look.
So we're
at
1-1.
Some new
we're
cards.
1-1 against Keaton. But we did see every card in the deck, which is really good.
Yeah, literally drew down. Yeah, I'm really intrigued by Refreshing Spring Water. That seemed very fun. And we have like Spell Mage where you can guarantee it is already an archetype that's being supported.
This just slots right into that, but then you can do it with other stuff. And then Rhyme Tongue goes in a deck with a lot of frost spells, and we didn't necessarily have a lot in this deck, just Oasis Ally really. But there is like a freeze deck that uses Varden Dawn Grasp and then Rhyme Tongue and then a bunch of other freezy stuff like Flurry. So that's a really exciting deck.
Perfect. Yeah, that's cool. Even on turn 3 with like Flurry, you could make a pretty high tempo play. Summon that 1/1, freeze your opponent's random minion, even if your Flurry is at its base level.
Yep.
Freeze like that 1 minion they played, and you've got yourself a nice little board.
And it's going to be really hard to clear your 3/4 and the 1/1. So.
Yeah, that's cool. And then Luminary is interesting. A little bit more elemental stuff and some crazy.
But we can also talk about potential. Wildfire, because that was like your favorite card, of course.
Oh, yeah. It didn't. Maybe we weren't supposed to see that one. Did we sneak one in? Because I discovered it. Wildfire. Increase your hero power's damage by 1.
Yeah, and it's like you mentioned with Mordrash, it's really good with the Reckless Apprentice. You can use that, and it fires at everything. So it's like if they have a big board, you can do that, and you're done with your Mordrash quest. And since you can include 2 of them, goes up to 3 damage. So it's kind of like Shadow Form in a way, but for Mage, and you can discover more of them. So it keeps going, which is really awesome.
Yeah, you could get bonus. I like that it's an increase and doesn't like set it to 2, kind of like Shadow Form. That's cool. I think that's the deck I'm most excited about is Mordrash shenanigans. It feels like it's going to be such a blow up turn when it happens.
I mean, dealing 10 damage to your opponent is just. There's not a lot that competes with that, you know?
It's a Pyroblast with a 10/10 body and a board clear.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So just a reminder real quickly too, another QR code here as well for these decks. I believe the one we played, and we'll see Chalky's Warrior deck here in a second. So feel free to scan those up. And you may not see the cards just yet because the stream's not over, but soon your deck will be complete and you'll be able to play that. And here we have Chalky's cards. I loved Rancor. This is like the exact Hearthstone card I want in life, like a really defensive armor gain, board clear sort of card. This scratches like all my itches.
And you mentioned this with Barov. This is a perfect combo. It sets everything down to 1. You Rancor, you kill everything, including your Barov. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, and I guess in a pinch could be a frenzy trigger of your own as well. I don't know how often you do that, but that's what Whirling Combatant's for. This seems like the ultimate frenzy enabler card because the 2-part whirlwind effect, essentially. That's cool.
It is quite good. And then Warrior has a legendary. I'm not sure if it's revealed, but I don't know why it wouldn't have been already. But that's the legendary for Warrior is also frenzy related, so that goes well with that.
Saurfang.
Yeah. Saurfang
it's
is quite
crazy. Bringing back frenzy minions and stuff is that's like this. By the way, Saurfang is like the coolest card I've ever seen. Like he looks so perfect in the warrior card frame, like all the red, like the super iconic horde look.
All the spikes, as many spikes as you can fit on the
everything is spiked, and the artwork is just absolutely stunning. I think Saurfang is one of my favorite looking Hearthstone cards of all time. It just looks so cool. And do you say Saurfang or Saurfang?
Personally, Saur, but like I say dinosaur. Wait, dinosaur? No, I say dinosaur.
So that's another one I don't know how to pronounce. I've always said it my own way. You know?
And I'll jump on this before everyone else jumps on you about this. Rancor is actually pronounced Rancor, but I think it sounds way less cool. So screw them.
There you
it's
go.
Rancor.
See, this, like I said, it's the bane of all streamers is trying to pronounce words. Now, see, the one blood to Iker is actually blood to Iker. Nobody says that one right.
Nobody says that. Nobody says that.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Let's move on.
I swear. Yeah,
let's move on.
Taurajo Brave, we didn't see much, but it looks really cool. Destroying a random enemy minion on Frenzy. Big body. Seems like it's going to be awkward to deal with 8 health. Like, it's going to be hard to kill this sometimes without activating the Frenzy because there's so much health to deal with.
Like, you'll need something that removes it, that saps it, or like turns it into a sheep or something like that. So some
kind of hard removal of some sort.
Cool. What do you say we go into the next game?
Yeah, let's do it. We got Demon Hunter this time, and it's called Rattle Boar. So death rattles and boars, I guess.
Boars.
Good old quill boars. Other kinds of boars too, baby. Who knows?
And we're going up against Illidan's favored opponent, his brother.
Malfurion. Wow, you guys put the story right in here.
Yeah, that's our goal. That's our goal. Every reveal stream is make sure there's as much.
Hit the lore. These aren't. Well, this is a new card. We've seen it, but I mean, I'm gonna keep the Barrens cards. I'm gonna toss the other stuff. Maybe we got to play for curve here though. But anyway, I really like this card. First off, the art just looks so cool. The color.
Yeah, it's really different for Demon Hunter too. Like those deep purples against the green background is really striking. Very
visually compelling for sure, and just a really neat looking card. Like drawing 2 on a really solid statted minion like that. Is great if you can trigger. Oh, hey, look.
The 2 cards that we want to talk about.
The mulligan worked. So Tusk Piercer, Death Rattle, draw a Death Rattle. Okay, so you're starting a chain here, and then you've got Razor Boar that's going to summon a Death Rattle minion that costs 3 or less, and then we've got the 3 mana Death Rattle minion that does something very similar.
That's 1 mana up, yeah. So it just starts a chain where it's like you get the Razor Boar, you get the Battle Guard or the Boar Guard, whatever his name is, the Boar Handler. Too many boars. Too many boars on the dance floor. You know.
And also Fury here. We didn't talk about new ranked spell for Demon Hunter. Give your hero +2 attack, so kind of like the front half of a twin slice. And then I'm going to guess this goes to 3 and 4 on the upgrades.
I believe so. It could be more.
Most of them are going up by 1.
Yeah.
It would make sense. I guess we want to play this. Let's attack first and see what we draw.
Let's see what we get. That way,
because this is on Death Rattle.
Sweet. Well, there's our 3 cost, so we know what we're going to draw with our Razor Boar.
Fancy.
More Quill Boar.
The Death's Head Cultist. Big heal here, potentially, which I guess if you're attacking Demon Hunter a lot, kind of makes sense.
Toad of the Wilds.
That's a new one. Wilds. He's a handsome little fella. The 2 mana 2/2 taunt. If you're holding a nature spell, gain +2 health.
It's just a 2/4, and you just have to hold a nature spell, which is great. So it goes in Druid, it can go in Shaman. Those are the big 2. I think any of the other ones you might have to stretch a little bit more for.
Right. Let's open with a Chaos Strike and a trade here. Get the Battle Fiend down. Guess we can actually technically Chaos Strike first, and then Battle Fiend. Okay, hold up.
And then we'll get that Death Rattle out.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool little chain here. Dark Spear, Berserker, 4 mana, 5/7 Death Rattle deal. 5 damage to your hero, but some premium stats here, but at some cost. But I think Demon Hunter, you're okay. Plus you
got enough life.
Have a little healing mixed in here too. So this is kind of interesting. Walk me through like the process for deciding that Death Rattle was going to be a new Demon Hunter thing? Because I have to say, for me, like at first glance, I didn't feel like it was a super obvious fit, but man, the deck's already coming together, as you can see.
Yeah, I think what we wanted to do, so it's been a little bit since we've introduced Demon Hunter, and they've got a couple archetypes like the big demon, and they've got their aggro and tempo sort of hero attacky sort of feel. But we wanted to expand them out because, I mean, we want to try new stuff. So Demon Hunter, we just tried a bunch of different things, and Death Rattle was one of the ones that was like, yeah, this feels kind of cool and different. We're getting gibberlings, but
yeah. Oh, so you say gibberling instead of gibberling. Here we go again.
Because it's a feral gibberer, not a gibberer. It's GIF, not GIF, but we're getting messed up. So
this is a new spell, Pride's Fury. Give your minions +1/+3 for 4 mana. So that is 8. And it was Solar Eclipse, so they gained
it's quite
6 health.
strong. We are a bit screwed.
That's putting it really, really casually. By the way, the artwork on this is kind of horrifying. This cute little alpaca or antelope or vicuña or whatever it is getting just.
What are you talking about? It's running with the lions. They're friends. They've been accepted into the pride.
I feel like that antelope right now, though, I have to say. I really don't even know where to start this turn. I don't know that we have a choice. Maybe just go face and pretend none of this is happening to us?
That seems like a bad idea, but we can do that if you want.
Where
I don't know if
even
we have a
start?
solution, though. Yeah, okay.
Where do we even start?
Renowned Performer gets us more taunts, which saves us a little bit, but we're a little...
A little dead is how I would frame it. A little dead.
Just a little.
The 7 health is so.
What do you think?
So
do we just
awkward
go face?
for us too. Chalky will let us have it. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, maybe we have 2 of these. Maybe we have 6
can
damage
just burst
there.
them down. Yeah.
We've got a cane. It's the Demon Hunter game plan,
Oh, right.
This,
right.
This is 7 health, so. Oh, Thorn Growth Sentries. Taunts are Demon Hunter's worst nightmare.
No.
Well, we
we'll
have
go
Cane. You're right. You're right. Maybe we'll trust
but
in
we are getting worked.
I have to say, like, I never really thought a health buff in a token Druid deck would make a lot of sense. Like, the +3 health didn't seem that compelling, but it's really compelling all of a sudden.
Right. Because, the thing is Savage Roar was always used as a finisher. You, didn't ever use it to, trade, really. So this is, we have a really wide board buff that we can use, and you feel really good about putting it in one of these Swarmy decks, but it doesn't always end the game. I mean, it is kind of ending the game right now, but it's like we have a chance. There's a chance we draw something, right? Well, we get to draw 2. Or we can give our hero attack.
I don't know what's in the deck, so I don't know. I mean, there is a world where we could cane, trade this in, get a couple small taunts, but then the Cane's going to die, and then we're not going to be able to go face again. So I don't really think that's much of a solution. I guess we'll just try to draw and see what we find, but I have a feeling. Ooh,
so that's a good one.
Love this card. Yeah, if only we had 7 mana
next turn,
and we weren't dead. Yeah, I guess this is just over, huh? I think I'm just gonna be dead on board pretty much always, right?
I think you are.
I can technically use this to trade it off and
then survive just a little longer. Do we kill the 4/3?
I don't know. What do you think? Try to protect the Cane or just take out as much damage as possible?
Take out as much damage as possible, and then try and get to Death Speaker.
Maybe? Yeah, just so we can play it. Just so we can play it. Yeah, this is cool. I mean, it's thinning the deck, which is nice. It's getting you a pretty decent board, which is nice. It does feel like a good centerpiece, I guess, for this style of play. And we didn't really talk too much about the, was it Thorn Growth Sentries?
Thorn Growth Sentry summons 2 1/2s. It's a little thing that creates a couple tokens on the board that protects your other stuff. It's also taunt synergy, which is really good.
Oh, yeah, we've seen a handful of taunt things incoming. It kind of reminds me of Dreamway Guardians a little bit, but taunt version instead of lifesteal version, which is cool. And then this kind of reminds me of that too. This is a new card. Vile Call. Summon 2/2/2 demons with lifesteal, which obviously aren't going to do anything for us now. So let's just throw this down and see what happens.
Yeah. Sweet.
Okay.
Now we're dead.
Yeah, if we were all like even or even slightly ahead on board, that would be a really nice 7-mana play.
Well done.
So.
Well done.
Wow.
Whack.
Wow. Murdered by crazy druid plays.
I didn't think Demon Hunter could lose.
Proving a surprise here. So here are our Demon Hunter cards, which we did see all of there right at the end with Vile Call. Okay.
But I think one of the questions we asked ourselves was like, what kind of death rattles do we want Demon Hunter to do? Because they're very tempo forward, right? They're very aggressive. They like going face, and that's kind of what these do. Where it's like you take down the 2/2, and then the bigger one comes out, and then you take that down, and the bigger one comes out. So it creates that chain of like you just want to keep having death rattle minions in your hand, and you keep that chain going as fast as possible.
Yeah, and Demon Hunter is a class too that like reloads pretty easily. They have a ton of card draw, so pulling stuff from your hand probably isn't as punishing a Demon Hunter because you're going to be reloading those resources, I'm sure.
Yeah, you've got so much card draw that you're not really worried about it. And
that's cool. So I'm excited to see that like package comes together and how Demon Hunters can run that. So.
Yeah, it's super funny. So when we were exploring death rattles, we had Razor Boars as this like token thing where they were just 1/1s that death rattle deal 1 damage to your opponent's hero. And then it improves every time a Razor Boar dies. And then so Tusk Piercer would add them to your hand, and the other one would summon them. So it would just stack up an infinite amount of damage on these death rattles. You'd have a 1/1 that's dealing like 6 damage to your opponent's hero, and then 7 damage, and then 8 damage. And we got an email from Jeff Goodman from the Overwatch team, and he's like, "This was the least fun I've ever had in Hearthstone. I don't like it. Get it out of here." So we reevaluated. It wasn't just him; lots of people disliked it, but it was very
sounds
funny.
Like a good change.
It's very funny when other teams are like, "Please don't do this."
I also approve. And by the way, reminder: QR code on screen. Scan that QR code, and you can play this Death Rattle Demon Hunter deck by Chalky. And then I guess we want to take a look at Chalky's deck as well.
Want to see what OP stuff is over here?
One card we didn't see there, the Thick Hide Kodo, a 4-mana 3/5 beast with Taunt and Death Rattle, gain 5 armor. Again, I love cards like this, just defensive bodies and armor gain and Death Rattle and Taunt synergies. That's just perfect.
Yeah, so Thick Hide Kodo, Toad of the Wilds, those also go in the Taunt deck for the Druid. Taunt, nature, buffs, those all sorts of things go together where you're creating a board and then you're buffing it up, whether it's Guff or other things like that. It's really good.
Yeah, Plague Maw seems like it'd be pretty cool there too. Bring back a 3/5 with some fun Death Rattle stuff.
Get 10 armor out of 1 minion, yeah.
Those turtles in Thorngrowth Centuries do not look thrilled to have those vines. They're kind of just looking at them like, yeah, please no. I'm not into this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do you remember that? Did you ever do the Barrens when you played World of Warcraft?
I did, but it's been 15 years now, literally. I think since I really spent a lot of time in Barrens.
In the Oasis, there's these fantastical growth going on. So that's what these were. They're like the special turtles that were transformed, and so that's that. Yeah. But
then Pride's Fury, again, I was so surprised how much the health really changed things because you can't trade down. And +1 attacks plenty, so.
Yeah. +3 just means that you can trade your minions, keep your board, but you don't necessarily kill your opponent's face, but you can definitely do some trading there.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff. And then Toad of the Wilds, it's interesting. It very much feels like a Druid or Shaman dual class card almost, right? Because it seems like those are the 2 classes that are going to be using nature spells. So it's intriguing to see that in neutral. But I like that spell schools let you do that on the team. Essentially, you're able to design cards that kind of fit a specific niche or like a narrow focus, even though they're neutral cards, because you're kind of nudging them in a certain direction with a spell school. That's cool.
Warlock and Demon Hunter also share a lot with Fel and Shadow. Holy is between Priest and Paladin, largely. Excuse me. And then Fire in Mage gets tossed around a little bit in like Warlock and Shaman, but not a whole lot. Frost also with Shaman a little bit, but Frostshock's gone, I guess. So never mind about that. We'll never do free Shaman.
Murabi's got a single tier.
I like free Shaman. All right, let's move on.
Yeah. Let's go on to our new deck here. It's time to unpack, and I guess it's our final deck. Time's flying by.
Time to unpack. We're done.
Twitch chat probably disagrees, but Ooh, that is a nice looking portrait, actually. Zyrella. Wow. Our mercenary for priest, looking really. That's a beautiful portrait. Okay. Wound Prey here. Deal 1 damage and summon a 1/1 hyena with rush, and this guy
is about to get wolfed.
Yeah. Again, there's some horrific stories being told.
It's forged in the Barrens, not hugs in the Barrens. Come on.
Yeah. And then Warsong Wrangler, discover a beast in your deck, give all copies of it +2/+1. This is pretty cool. Because we've also got Dire Frenzy. Like, this is a little synergy that works together really, really nicely. Oh my gosh, should we just keep all of these?
We need a beast.
We don't have a beast. Yeah. I don't think we want to do the rush minion. So I guess maybe we'll toss these and play for a curve a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah, that seems like a good
At
idea.
least we get to see them.
All right. Well, we got our Wolpertingers.
Okay, cool. It's an on-curve play. Overwhelm.
Trampling Rhino.
All right. It's always a little tough to know how to play these decks. Like, do I need to save these for anything or just go? And then we're playing Priest too, so it's like, oh, they're going to have an answer to all kinds of stuff. So, all right. They thrive in the shadows.
Another
finding a
core
spell.
card.
Yeah. There's just so many new cards right now because core is a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, Barrens. It's really cool. Let's see what this has in store. Oh, new
Oasis
cards.
Thrashers new. Oh, they're all new.
Yeah. Well, we got a teaser of Venomous Scorpion on the when you revealed the rewards track, but I don't think it's been officially revealed as far as I know. But Oasis Thrasher 2 minutes 2/3 deal 3 damage to the enemy hero on Frenzy. Okay, cool. So if it takes a trade or survives damage, it's nice chip damage. Let's take the
Let's talk through them though, because we also have Pack Kodo, right, which is new.
Okay, yeah.
Which discovers a beast, secret, or weapon, and it'll be one of each.
Oh,
so
okay, sure.
That's really exciting. So going into turn 3, you can play this, and then it's very flexible depending on what you need in your matchup.
Right, and then I'm sorry, I had the rope. It was making me nervous, but Venomous Scorpion is a 1/3 poisonous beast that allows you to discover a spell for 3 mana, which is kind of like Vulpera Scoundrel, but it seems like that's, even though it's a beast card, it feels like it fits in Hunter. Probably goes in a lot of decks just because.
Yeah, it's a threat on the board, and it's also resource generation, so it's just good all around.
Right, exactly. And then let's see the Pack Kodo here in action. Okay. Oh, man. Wow.
We got our beast, but Rain's rifle's pretty good.
Sort of a beast. Yeah, we'll take the rifle here. I like this because basically, different game states are going to demand different choices. Like sometimes you want pressure, so you need a weapon. And sometimes you need the perfect secret to react. So that seems like a pretty flexible.
Yeah. Or if you're like in a secret deck and you're like, well, I'll play this in case I need a secret, but if I don't, then I have 2 other options that are something completely different.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. All right.
Insight.
Can try to Warsong Wrangler next turn, I guess, and
so
just see what are
we wrangling?
Well, I don't know. We want to Dire Frenzy first, you think, or can we just
our Wolpertinger?
We'll see. Oh,
well,
of course.
That's
good.
Like you said, they have an answer.
Clear. So, new card, Piercing Shot, and there's a red bearded guy being.
This is why we brought you on here. Yeah. Welcome, Regis.
Again, yeah. So deal 6 damage to minion and excess damage hits the enemy hero. Oh, okay. Yes. So kind of a kill command replacement. We lost kill command in the course of that, and this is a way to push some damage.
And it's kind of like explosive runes as well. So it's like dealing 6 damage, but you get to choose who it goes on. So you get to control it a little bit more for 1 more mana.
And I like that you could use it on your own minions too. It doesn't say enemy minions, so you have a 1/1 on board or whatever.
That's true. You could
push for 5. So this discovers a beast in our deck, and I'm just gonna see what's in there, frankly. Okay, so.
Well, Wolpertinger's not bad because it summons a copy.
It's copying, yeah. I feel like it's not the dream. I think we wanted like trampling rhinos. Right?
You could have said no, but
yeah. Well, that's okay. We'll figure it out. So. I like this is a cool card, despite the horrific image that's reminding me of myself. Oh, this card This card breaks my brain. Is there any? So let's just recap. Sarita chooses an enemy minion and then steals attack and health until it has more than the enemy minion. So I had a 3/4. That was a 1/1, and she stole until it basically, she's bigger than this minion. Is there any hack to solving the way this math works? You just kind of got to figure it out.
It's one at a time. I don't know if there's a fast way to think about it, but it's like goes down 3, goes up to 2, goes down to 2, goes up to 3.
I'm just trying to think if there's like some equation or something I can use to figure it out, so I don't have to.
The meme with the math going by every single time you play this card.
To be fair, though, that's sort of me in the Hearthstone games. So, I'm having a little bit of lag here. Sorry.
Okay. It looks like you're frozen on screen, but at least it's a happy face. Oh, there we go. You're back.
That's good. Yeah, sorry. So that card, I know I'm going to make mistakes on stream and embarrass myself.
I think the important thing to remember is that you're going to be stronger than them.
Yeah, that's right. At the end of the day, just play it. It kind of doesn't matter. Just sort itself out.
Void Flare is a new card.
Yeah. For each spell in your hand, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. Oh, okay. So another spell trigger. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like Reno, but you have to have a bunch of spells in your hand to trigger it. But it's quite good. It's quite good.
Yeah, it seems like it could be really swingy.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting though, because you run too many minions with cool effects like this. You're not
you don't have enough
spells left.
Stuff. Yeah. So we've got our Sunscale Raptor if we wanted to get that chain going. We've got so many choices. Too many choices.
We could Wound Prey it. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have a good answer to the Void Flare.
We can deal 6, but
we could also look for a Freezing Trap.
Could give him another
Let's try it.
Removal piece.
Okay. Oh, Dark Moon Rapid.
Yeah, let's get to 10 mana.
Wow, this is such a range of choices. That feels really interesting. We could have maybe actually gone for an Overwhelm as well. I didn't think about that. At least chip it down a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we still got a coin too, so we could Hyena and then coin Overwhelm, maybe.
I don't know what it's at. Is it enough? It's exactly enough.
Well done. Well done. The math. You did it.
Yeah. Man, I almost roped out that. That would have been embarrassing. It's a little laggy on my end, so I'm venturing forth. All right, so now we're actually in a pretty good spot. I thought we were in trouble, but we got a nice 10 drop in hand. It's a little recovery tool. Some damage with Piercing Shot. Oh, no Frenzy activation.
Chalky's ruining our fun.
Sethic's still putting in work. For a while, I thought this was rotating, but it's still
it's still a powerhouse.
Because I was assessing all the new cards.
Minion? What are we gonna do?
Ooh, I like the Cold Card Backrunner. This card seems fun. I don't know if it's great at the moment though. So we can't kill this with Piercing Shot. I guess we probably have to because it's a Sethic. We can play we
can play the Rock
card
Runner
first. Though. It's interesting. I wonder how often we're going to be using Piercing Shot just to
catch
to clear stuff versus go face.
Yeah, but it's flexible though. So if you need, you can. You don't feel bad about like overkilling a minion. It still feels pretty good.
Right. Yeah. That's what Hunter likes too. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a good design. It's really fun. Don't love the artwork.
Yeah, there's some things to be desired there from your side, yeah.
From my perspective, at least. That looks about like my character I played in World of Warcraft back in the day, too, so very reminiscent.
We dug up your account and made sure to get the exact one.
You have access to all that stuff. Oh, man. Oh, Zyrella.
That's out. She's quite good.
I love Zyrella. Yeah,
she is so cool. Good. She's such a cool character, too.
Yeah, I love it. And that was a just busted turn. Deal 7 to all and win the board back. Wow.
All right. Okay. So what's our play? We can also fish with Warsong Wrangler. Because it gives us resources there, but
I'm gonna see what secret we get first.
All right.
I'm always just curious to see what's in the box. I mean, this has a box too, I guess. Freezing against the slower deck.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Sure.
want to give another board clear, but maybe we'll have to.
That's a good point, actually. I didn't have to give back the Zyrella.
But we have
a good point.
We have a trampling rhino, but we only have one of them.
That's
Still
the
pretty
dream.
good.
I should have just done this and cleared it. Well, we didn't have enough mana. We're only at 8.
Yeah.
Why did I freezing trap this?
No,
Why didn't you
you're
say
fine.
something
You're
sooner?
fine.
You should have yelled at me. 20,000 people are going to instead. I just really wanted to see the animation again, okay?
That's
all it
you're
was.
absolutely right. Let's do this again. Let's hope he has another.
I
Holy
just
Light.
really wanted to see
flash of light.
the animation. He had a raised dead anyway, so he was going to get it back regardless, right? It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's how that works. Dang. We didn't even get the
Guaranteed.
cool animation. We got the other cool
Yeah.
animation.
I wanted to see Zyrella play Zyrella multiple times, okay? So, yeah, Trampling Rhino and Piercing Shot kind of crowding each other out here a little bit, but
One's a
we can
body.
trample
but-
and go face and
Yeah,
ping and
we also
play
can
a-
hero power with if we go Oasis Thrasher after this.
Yeah. Question is, do we play the secret now or wait? See what we need later, you know? We see what's in the box or wait till we need something specific, I wonder. Let's wait. These are going to get cleared pretty easily, though.
He only has to heal
Well-
3, which is a little more than a hero power, though.
Yeah, maybe there's not enough with hero power. And it does cost a little more now, too. We remember we
She's
increased the cost.
yeah,
So
she's more expensive now.
she's up to 6, I think. Okay. I feel like Chalky's decks are better than mine, but maybe it's just that Chalky's a better player.
Could be both. Yes, but how?
Wow, could be both. Wow. that hurt.
I'm
You
not
were
going to
supposed to
say I'm
encourage
better
me?
though. I'm probably worse than both of you. So
I was fishing
well,
for compliments.
Oh no, I don't do that.
So, at least you're honest. All right, Serena again.
This isn't so bad for us because we can piercing shot and clear
Yeah.
them.
We're actually, chipping health a little bit here. Ooh, Devouring Plague. Lifesteal deal 4 damage to... It went away.
It's 4 random enemies.
Split among all enemy minions. Oh, okay, cool. So
yeah, it's a bit like Arcane Missiles, but it's got lifesteal and it only hits minions, so it's really good with board clears. You know exactly how much damage is gonna, like if you see 4 health split across multiple enemies or on one minion, it's super flexible in that way.
yeah, and lifesteal, so you're healing back. And I guess with like Moarg, it's gonna be a huge heal. That seems pretty cool with Moarg in particular. Oh, here's the card, Prospector's Caravan. At the start of your turn, give all minions in your hands +1/+1, which that's great for us right now because
Yeah.
we have so many.
It would be really
minions.
good to get that 2/2.
Well,
we can
the 2/2 Dark Moon Rabbit. All right, let's just piercing shot and go face, right? I think we're.
Well, I mean, we still play our Prospector, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course.
Because we got to get that 2/2.
You can still hold this weapon. Yeah, maybe this one chip damage makes the difference, right? Let's not discount the body.
Yeah.
So that looks like a ram in front. I wish we could see that.
Yeah, so it's a dwarf. So their mounts are rams. It makes a lot of sense. They're in the mountains, like mining for Titan artifacts, and that's what they're doing in the Barrens. So it's kind of cool to get their perspective on that.
I love that like every card has that detail and thought put into it too.
Oh, this is
wow.
Ow.
Not that they needed the frenzy, but
Well, we've got an
works.
answer. It's slow, or we could kill it now. Yeah.
Do you think we get greedy or do we?
Nah, probably. Yeah, probably good to just kill it. But
You just want to kill it?
I'm not the better player, so.
I think that's untrue. I think you are. At least we get to Rabbit, though. All right, so we're out of cards as Hunter against Priest. It's not a good feeling. 18 health to go.
the third raised dead.
we got some. Yeah, he's just putting it in our face. We do have some Trampling Rhino potential, though. Who knows? Or did were we out of Trampling Rhinos?
I think we are out.
Oh, we're out. We played both, didn't we? Yeah, shoot.
Well,
Let's see what's in the box.
Astromancer Solarian. No.
That's what we need. Another Solarian to bail us out. I mean, Deadly Shot answers something, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, it could be explosive to just push 2, but I don't even like that.
Hope they get the damage out. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's see what we get here too. I'm just gonna go face and hope for the best.
Oh, explosive.
Of course. Great, of course.
Well, we can open the cages, so he has to clear stuff, but
sure. I mean, we have time anyway, I guess, technically, but wish we could push this to 5 health. Oh, but they're 3. Never mind. I thought they were 4/4s. Oh, we're good. That's nice. All right, we're all in.
We got this.
Living on a dream here. Remember though, there's another Zyrella. I did give him another Zyrella, so I don't think we got much shot. We doomed ourselves.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's gonna hurt a little. I was gonna say this with Apotheosis seems like such a crazy combo. It seems so strong because remember the Whirlwind viewers is also
part of Samurai.
Like his frenzy effect is getting lifesteal as well. So there was another 9 healed off of that. Wow.
And he still has lifesteal, so there's not like
yeah. I'm healing another 3. Oh boy. Well,
I think we might be dead.
I had a feeling this one's over.
Something tells me it was over a couple of turns.
I could have killed one of these, of course, but I'm just conceding in a fancy fashion here. Well, I don't know if we've seen all the cards or not, so I want to play it out and see if we.
Yeah, I think there was one that rolled past for priest that we jumped over, but.
Oh, did we?
So this is new.
There's also the Soothsayers Caravan. At the start of your turn, copy a spell from your opponent's deck to your hand. Oh, so like Thought Steal, but spells and on a body.
Yeah.
And it's the cutest alpaca thing or llama or whatever I've ever seen.
And he gets all our good cards. But we also missed Powered Fortitude. It's in the history bar.
Oh, I didn't see it. Whoa. Powered Fortitude. Oh, how did I miss this? Probably because I was talking. Give a minion +3/+5, costs 1 less for each spell in hand.
Right. So if you're running a big spell deck with the flares, or Void Flare, that deals a bunch of damage, then you can do Powered Fortitude as well. Follow up with that. They're off by 1.
Huh. Let's give a single minion +3/+5. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. That's another interesting card where it's like you can't have too many minions. You got to buff a minion, but you have too many minions, you're not going to have enough spells. But
It's about finding that right balance.
It's kind of in a sweet spot at 4 mana there.
Yeah.
But you get it even cheaper sometimes too. It starts at 8, is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so
things
6
go
spells
through
gets down
final
to like
changes,
2 mana.
and I'm never like 100% sure.
Oh yeah, I'm never 100% sure either. Don't worry. These are cool. I really like the Soothsayers Caravan. Artwork is so charming. It's so nice.
Yeah, Priest has a lot of really good looking cards. So, all right. Well, we got 1, which is important. 1 and 3
I told
is good.
you. He gave us the first one. He just lured us to sleep, got us confident, and then he just destroyed us. I don't even feel like we had much chance there. I didn't even play the second Zyrella. Okay, so new cards. New cards. We saw these. Pakoda seems like a really nice, just like solid, good minion, like just something you want to play in Hunter decks. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, there's like a small cost for Discover, but not like a huge cost because the range is so wide. So 3/3 with Discover is pretty good.
Yeah, and then Wound Prey we didn't talk about too much other than the hilarious artwork. It's kind of like what was that card? On the Hunt, I think, from a long time ago. Like
Elven Archer with Rush.
Oh, Elven Archer's a good example too. Yeah, with Rush. Yeah.
But it's got the
it can go
beast tag.
face.
Yeah.
And it sets up beast stuff. Yeah, it seems like it might be flexible. And don't forget Professor Slate is still around, so could use that to clear something as well.
It's pretty good with the Kolkar Pack Runner. Because you like deal 1 damage, you get the hyena, then you get another hyena from Wound Prey, and you can keep that chain going.
Yeah, I get a nice little early board started there. That sounds cool. And I like Oasis Thrasher. I mean, it's neutral, but it's kind of sleepy. Like any card that chips in damage for Hunter or any aggro deck is like, oh, okay, I'm going to take a second look at that. So I wouldn't scoff off that 3 damage from Oasis Thrasher. And then I think Venomous Scorpion it sure looks like a hunter card, but I think it could go on just about anything.
Yeah, it's discover a spell. And like for 3 mana, you're like, yeah, I'll play a poisonous minion that gets me more resources. Yeah.
Okay, so a reminder real quickly too, QR code for this deck if you want to lose like I did. Maybe you'll have more luck.
That's a charming endorsement.
You can check out the QR code, and very soon you'll be able to play this kind of beast shuffle hunter. We didn't really get to see the shuffle stuff because the Dire Frenzy came a little late. Maybe we should have mulliganed it, but still seems pretty interesting, buffing and shuffling and shenanigans. So let's take a look at
it is
priest
8 mana
cards
for Power Word Fortitude.
Yeah, 8 mana for Power Word Fortitude.
It looks very intimidating being 8 mana. You're like, I'm not going to pay 8 mana for a 3/5. But it goes down quite a bit with each spell. And if you're doing the Sethic Veil Weaver thing where you're doing a bunch of those, it adds up and it gets pretty cheap pretty quick.
Yeah, it seems like Priest has a lot of full hands lately. Renews and Sethics, and even Nazmani can discount this, and Palm Reading and all those other sorts of things playing off. Yeah, that's cool. And then I really like Devouring Plague. I'm imagining this with Moarg, doubling up all the damage, so you're dealing 8 and healing 8. That sounds really cool. But even on its own, I mean, still just taking out an early game board, kind of like Minefield almost, but
with Lifesteal, which is great. Yeah. And then
really
there's
cool.
also Void Flare, which plays along with Power Word Fortitude. You have a bunch of spells in your hand. You can play that out. It clears the board for you. Then you play Power and Fortitude on top of it. It's a pretty good combo there.
Yeah, it looked really good in that game. It wiped us out a couple times, so seems like it's gonna be nice. I'm excited to play like Spell Synergy Priest instead of Res Priest. We got a new look here. This is exciting stuff. So again, QR code for the Priest deck there as well. That one looked really cool.
Those QR codes will be active pretty soon. I think like right after the stream, they'll be turning them on, maybe even now, because we're done with the playtesting. Was there anything else you wanted to touch before we bring Chris back in?
No, it was a lot of exciting cards. 41 new cards. Really fun looking stuff. Wildfire caught my eye. A lot of fun archetypes. Death Rattle, Demon Hunter, Elementals, and Shaman sound really, really exciting. So
Elementals and Murlocs. Don't cut those out.
Well, the Murlocs look cool too, but I'm more excited about the Elementals for some reason. That really, really caught my eye. So I'm just excited to play everything. But yeah, I guess let's get Chris back in here and hear what else is in store. Hey,
how's it
going? Well, Oh, sorry, Liv.
I was just gonna say, how'd you like it? How'd you like us losing?
It was great. I think my favorite shot, I'm getting ahead of myself. My favorite part was Piercing Shot. Just seeing, I was like, wait a second, that artwork looks a little bit like our friend RegisKillbin, and then he called it out, and I was like, okay, that was actually pretty funny. And if folks were actually counting, my numbers were a little off in the beginning. We actually had some surprise cards in there. Wildfire was one of them. So, see, we like to surprise and delight here on the Hearthstone team. We like to keep you on your toes a little bit. So, it's good. How did you guys feel? Regis, new cards, fun things. What did you think?
Yeah, it's always fun to see new archetypes and new crazy card designs in action. And, I did my best. We couldn't beat Chalky, though. It's tough.
He's a god. He stacked
the decks against us, I'm pretty sure. I think he had the better decks.
Sure. Yeah.
I want to hear Twitch chat weighing in.
He gave you the first game, though, so. But, folks, well, that's it for the gameplay side of things. Again, a ton of cards, ton of things coming at you. March 30th, Forged in the Barrens core set are going live. A reminder that classic format and some of those standard and battlegrounds changes are going to be coming on March 25th. So really, really soon, you'll get your hands on those June 2014 cards, and it's going to be super fun. And then patch notes should be live already. They should have been live a little bit ago, so check those out on the website. And then last but not least, again, remember, pre-launch party kicks off tomorrow with Theory Crafting live streams. Right after we get done today, like literally right now, check out the participating Theory Crafting content creator social channels for those Decklist submission contests so you can win yourself a free mega bundle and get a chance to see your Decklist played by them on stream tomorrow. And then Mega Bundles Frenzy galore coming out and coming at you during the pre-launch party. And free gifted subs, and just a ton of cool stuff. So it's going to be great. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in to yet another Card Reveal live stream. We couldn't do this without you, so thank you so much. We love you. We hope you have an awesome time on March 30th and March 25th with all the new content. And until next time, we'll see you in the tavern. Thanks so much, everybody.